Yo,
Oh,
hey, how's it going?
good. How you doing?
I'm chilling. You can do the video chat if you want, but we could just do. Usually, I just do regular call, and then I'll like screen share for the VODs or whatever. But if you would prefer to do a video call, I could turn on my video.
Um, Whatever works for you is fine. I can turn off the camera.
Okay, no, I don't mind it on. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's
I don't. I just never really done this, so like I didn't
nice.
even know Discord had a video chat.
I see. Yeah, no worries. Um,
Um, I grabbed a few VODs. They're just like Slippy files. Is that cool?
yep. You can just
Can I
you can
send them
just
in
drag and
Discord?
drop those into Discord from the Slippy viewer.
Okay. I grabbed three. I mean I'm sure we're not gonna go over three, but I just grabbed that in case there was a variety
We
to choose
might.
from. But
You never
um,
know.
I know I won one of them, and two of them were with the same person. So I don't know if that was something we should consider. But they are just like unranked, random.
Are they all the same matchup?
Yeah, Falco Sheik.
Okay. Yeah, maybe really quick, we could just go through, like, I usually do, like, a little intro of just, like, where you're from, how long you've been playing, and, like,
Sure.
goals for the game, and then maybe, like, what you're hoping to get out of, like, this lesson and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Are we on stream right now?
Yeah, there's, like, nobody really watching. There's, like, two people, but...
Oh, okay. Hello, interweb.
I usually just stream mostly for the recording.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna ask if this is recorded.
Yeah, on stream it's just easy because Twitch records it for me.
And do they save it so like I could go back and watch
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna. They do save it, and I can link it to you right after the lesson. And I usually upload them to YouTube also.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. I will just let you know I did just listen to or I kind of like listen and watch. I was like half busy, I guess, but I had one of your lessons on. Um, I've gone through a few of them, but just this week I had a Falco Chic one, and there was a couple things that I'm like, yeah, I need to add that to my game and kind of play with.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think the main things I gathered from that lesson was like I need to be more selective about where I go in
Mm-hmm.
and like uh yeah, it was mostly that really.
Mm-hmm.
Um there's a few other like small neutral things.
Okay. Do you think you could give the intro information really quick, just so that I have a handle on like where you're from and.
Yeah, my name's Kendall. I've been playing for 12 years. I started playing right when the documentary came out when
Okay.
I was in college. And I kind of quit going. I went to tournaments for like a lot of locals for a few years, and then I quit in like 2015. And I've never really liked tournaments all that much. Um, but I love the game, and when Slippy came out, I started playing it a shit ton, and I ended up getting hurt, and so I was stuck out of work,
Mm.
and so had a lot of time where I just practiced melee, and I got a lot better in a decent amount of time, and I just noticed like how much more fun the game is when you get better, and so now
Yeah,
I'm like
true.
now I'm like a little bit addicted to it. I still don't really care for tournaments that much, but like I really like getting better, and nowadays there's just like a million tools. Like back when I was in college, I didn't really have any practice buddies to play with, and now I can just queue up Slippy, and so yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
No, it's really convenient.
But I don't have any I don't have any like big goals. I've thought about giving myself one, just honestly, just for the sake of it might help me get better in a short amount of time, or shorter rather. But I don't know. One I was floating around was like it would be kind of cool to win a tournament, but I really just want to get better at the game because I just love Melee so much.
Okay, where are you at like right now? Like, how do you usually do when you attend tournaments?
The last one I went to, I think I went 2-2. Um, it was, it was fine. I I've gotten worked over by a couple Sheiks, which is why I'm like, yeah, I need to work on that matchup. But I mean, I did beat some people, like I think who were expecting to not to lose, so that's fun.
Okay. And so you're hoping out of this lesson to just get some general improvement um, against Sheik, especially.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've noticed that like I lose to that character more
So
than
you'd
I
say
lose to others.
you're like practicing quite a bit. Like, are you or
Yeah,
like playing quite a bit?
right now I'm kind of on like a little routine. I practice about an hour a day.
Okay, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you watch like replays or VODs at all?
I've just recently started watching some of my own. I
Okay.
mean, I've been watching other Melee forever, but I just recently started watching my own, which is incredibly helpful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, nice. Yeah, I'm down to check out this VOD. And how do you like? What do you feel like the problems with this matchup that come up are? Oops, one sec. I used the wrong screen share.
I lose a lot of the scramble situations, which
Okay.
you know that could be a result of I shouldn't even be in that scramble situation, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe just picking the wrong options. But I in my heart I believe that Falco wins the matchup, but
I
I
agree.
feel like I lose to Sheiks so often, and I feel like it's a lot easier for Sheik.
It
That's
is.
not like
Yeah.
to
No,
slight them or
you're
anything.
correct on all accounts so far. It is just
Um,
like a winning matchup for Falco that's easier for Sheik.
yeah, but I mean I've gone through points in my career or not career, but like
It's a career.
however long I
Everybody's got a
played.
career. I get
Yeah,
you.
however long I played Melee, like at some point this was like a matchup I really enjoyed. Now I would say it's probably not.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think if I got better at it, then I would enjoy it more, or just like learn more about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It
Yeah,
also frustrates me to be quite honest.
very
Yeah, getting
frustrating matchup.
getting grabbed a lot
There's
will
been a
kind of
20
kill
20
me.
plus year war between Sheiks and Falcos in Melee, where
Yeah.
they both think they win the matchup and they kind of hate the others. Not really hate, but like it's just very annoying on both sides because you feel like you should be able to win, and then the other character has some stuff.
Yeah.
What's your game plan against Sheik? What are you thinking?
I'm just starting to formulate one, and I mean, at the
That was
core of it,
nice.
I'm trying to bait her to do
Yeah, this was like
something.
by far the best thing you did all game so far.
Oh wait,
This
I'm not sharing the screen with you.
Oh, yeah, you can join in. I'm sharing my screen.
How do I do
Um,
that?
it
Sorry.
should be like if you like no, you're good. Like the participants, like it should be like me, you, and then my stream is like the third guy, and you can click like watch stream. Um,
Show non-video participants.
mm,
I'm not really sure where to
yeah,
click. Should I click
if you
share your
it like
screen?
yeah, like if you click um like you click like the upper like there's like an upper area and then there's like the lower area with the chat. If you like click around like our names or whatever, like here, like let me show you. Um, like mine looks kind of like this at the top,
I, oh yeah.
and so if one is maximized, you can just like click on it, and then it should take you back to this view where there's like three, and then you can click on watch stream by like hovering
Oh,
over the
got it,
stream.
got it.
Okay,
Cool.
great.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
God,
This
I
is
need to do
like
that.
if you haven't used the app that much, then like it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, yeah, sorry, no, I didn't see any of that.
No, you're good. I was like kind of just passively watching it. Like I wasn't really like
Okay,
expecting you to be watching it as much. I was just kind of going through it, but
sure.
I have some thoughts on it so far. I think this next stock you do is really good, or like the next kill. Even in general, like I think without the up E there, that's a little bit greedy. Like it.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty cavalier. I kind of throw away shit all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's not the worst thing. It's just that the up B like doesn't work against Sheik ever. So it's not
Yeah,
even like you're like, oh, I'm doing like my big thing that might work. It's like, well, just kind of not not like doing something that will work. Yeah, I think right
yeah.
here you do the wave dash back to bait the grab, and then you like combo really cleanly off of it. That was really nice. That was like excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like you're like warming up a little bit. I think the beginning of the game was kind of awkward.
Oh yeah, another thing I wanted, I noticed, I guess, is like with your other lesson was like I need to use the platforms way more
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
in
the
neutral.
platforms against Sheik are really useful. That was a good edge guard. You said you've been to 2 tournaments?
No, I've been to like plenty
Or
of
like
tournaments, I
recently
guess,
you've been to
but like
2?
recently,
Yeah,
yeah, I've
yeah,
only been to a
okay.
couple.
So, but
I
you've
don't.
been you said you were like somewhat attending for like a while because you said you've been playing for a long time.
Yeah, back in like 2014, I went to a lot of tournaments.
Okay, your style is very interesting. It feels very like um somewhat. It's like kind of inconsistent in the sense that it feels like some positions you're just like way better than others, which is not a bad thing to have. Like it's if you have some positions that are really good and others that aren't, then it shows you kind of understand like what a good position feels like, and it's more just about like removing the bad options than anything else.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Yeah, so there's like a big thing that keeps happening over and over, and there's like basically like a lot of smaller things that we can go over, but like I there's like one really jarring like big thing, um and it's that like you always just accept the position that happened when you realize it. Like the positions are always changing, and there's always a lot going on, but whenever you realize that a position exists, like I see like the mental awareness of like, oh, here's this position. Like I'm here and Sheik is over here. Um you always try to like come up with an idea that works in that position. Rather than like ever disengage. Like I'll see a position and you're like, well, I don't really want to hit Sheik here because the only move that would kind of work is down air, and the down air wouldn't work that well there. And I'll see you be like, well, down air's the best option there, so I should down
Yeah,
air. And like, I think Falco's one of his biggest strengths with the lasers, and honestly the full hop too, is that like if he doesn't like Falco is somewhat limited in the ways he can combo, even though he has a really good combo game. You really do need like solid openers. Whereas like Sheik, if Sheik hits like a random tilt and knocks you down, that's her whole combo starter. That was all she needed. It doesn't actually need to be like super clean, and it doesn't need to be thought through. That's part of why it's so much easier for her is if she just random F tilts you and she goes, oh nice, I'll just RTC that 4 times into dash attack fair.
yeah,
Whereas like and so like Sheik isn't as much worried about disengaging and changing the position as much as Falco is. So a lot of times Sheik will just kind of take whatever comes up and just kind of either stand there and like tilt, or she'll just kind of like do a timing mix up with like an aerial or something. Sheik doesn't really gain all that much against Falco out of disengaging. Not in the same way that Falco does. Because, like, Falco... So you think of it as, like, you know, with Sheik, it's a lot easier to get these big openings off of kind of, like, unintentional openers. Not unintentional, but, like, less... Like, less intended. I guess, like, less... she has more ways to start her combos, so she can be less intentional about it. That's a good way to say it. Whereas Falco has fewer ways to start his combos, and so, like, if you are in a position and it doesn't look juicy, you should most of the time disengage and try to set up a juicy position.
Okay,
so, like...
can you, point one out?
Yeah, that's the goal. Because when I was going through it, it was just kind of, like... That is, like, it is, like, a primary error that's occurring, like, constantly.
Yeah.
So first of all here, I get that you're just, like, wanting to be a little aggro. You might have heard in my other lesson, I go over this in almost every Falco lesson, but, like, until you get them to, like, at least 8% down air doesn't work. Because if you, like, unless you hit, like, the latest down air ever, because, like, if you hit with this down air and they were on the ground, like, they just stood here and or, like, I guess in this spot, it's, like, you might be able to, like, you would hit their shield maybe here. The point is, like, in general, you don't want to do down air while they're at 0. Because if you hit them out of the air, there's not, it's not going to knock them, like, look, Sheik is frame positive here. And and it's basically going to happen, like, every time you play with down air at, like, low percent. Low percent is kind of like you have super late aerial, like you have late down air. You have, like, back air or nair Sheik out of the air. You have grab, you have shine, and you have laser. It's like by far Falco's, like, weakest state. And, well, okay, it's his weakest state to fight it out in every matchup when the opponent is at 0, because down air shine is, like, a way less reliable combo at 0.
Okay.
So, like, whenever the opponent is 0, your big priority should just be, I'm going to get laser damage. And, like, just for, like, I always say 3 lasers is, like, the minimum. And the thing is, like, you don't need 3 lasers necessarily, but that's the plan. And if they want to stop you from getting your 3 lasers, which opens up good down airs, then they might have to try to hit you. And then if you just hit, like, 1 back air or 1 up tilt or anything, you're good. You just needed that little bit of percent. Even if you get, like, laser grab, down throw, or up throw or whatever, you have enough percent. It's just down air is the one move you really want to avoid at low percent.
Okay, is nair, like, frame positive?
Yeah, nair if she's in the air, and if you're not sure, you can just do, like, super, super late nair shine and kind of, hope that she misses, like, the perfect CC, which she will most of the time. But the down air has this, like, oh no, I got down aired. Oh, I got time. Falco's still in lag. Hit him.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like a thing in, like, pretty much every matchup. Like, if you're fighting Marth or Fox or Sheik, anybody, you don't want to down air at 0.
Okay.
And yeah, okay. Let me find some more spots. And this type of error is essentially what happens over and over during the game, where, like, you will attempt to hit Sheik with things that don't have, like, high value, essentially.
Yeah.
And like, when you hit her with a high value move, you actually have, like, a pretty solid combo game. It's a little bit more freeform than I would maybe like, but you were, like, cleaning it up, and so, like, I think it's mostly fine. It's definitely not the biggest issue. So this is a little bit different, where I think notice Sheik is past 10%, so down air is actually still really good. This was just a little too early.
Yeah.
Sort of like a trick to keep in mind here that helps is that, like, if you have any suspicion that Sheik is... Because, like, the reason you're doing this down air a little early is kind of like, well, maybe she'll jump, or maybe she'll wave dash, or whatever. If you have any inkling that, like, this down air might not be... Like, if the late down air is not going to be safe here, you probably don't want to risk it on her shield in this spot. I think, like, Nair is a little bit better. Nair in general is just kind of a little bit better against Sheik until you get to, like, the percents where down air is, like, a big combo tool and, like, she's not just shielding everywhere. Because Nair is, like, better on shield, and it works if she jumps into it. And it's kind of hard to punish if she sees it and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's kind of like a 10-year habit I'm trying to break because I just
understandable
love down air. But I'm trying to nair more in general, especially in neutral.
Yeah, and if you just started like going over your VODs, it's like a very normal problem to have.
Yeah.
This down air is like another example of like, it's like, you know, like imagine you're like a soldier at war and you shoot at the enemy and they run behind the corner of a building. That's what we're at right now. Is like maybe we hit them on the, maybe we hit one of their soldiers on the arm or something and they run behind the building. Should we just run around the corner of the building immediately and just be like, well, I shot you once a little bit, so now I'm just gonna run around the corner and I think you guys are on the run, so I kind of got you. I know it's a little bit of a far out analogy, but there's just this feeling of like, I'm not sensing that you feel the risk involved with this operation. Like, you're kind of like, no, I mean, I hit her a second ago, like, let's run it. And it's like, okay, I mean, you can just run it, but you are risking death, and it's not exactly like when you're starting this down air, it's not exactly like you fully understand what will happen next. Like, you're right here, and you're just like, well, down air's not quite gonna knock down yet, but she is below me. And it's kind of like, I think it's really important as Falco to like recognize these positions, because I don't know if you've noticed, that's a joke because you've definitely noticed, but everybody is just hoping that they can reversal you. That is like the big strategy against Falco. So when you end up in a spot like this where you don't have the follow-up, almost all the time, that's the thing, you don't have to full reset. A lot of times people think that like I'm telling them like never to go after the like positions like this because like there's not a clear down air. What I mean more so is that like if we're in a position and like if you're the Sheik here, right here, what are you about to do?
Throw up the shield and grab.
Yeah, you're gonna defend yourself from the obvious like chud down air. Yeah. That's about to happen. So like maybe, okay, so like let's say, you know, there's a couple options that are let's say you still wanted to be aggressive with an aerial for whatever reason. You could do run off, drop, double jump, waveland off down air, or on this side platform do a waveland off, or drop and then do a waveland back, or drop and drift back and then laser. Like whenever there's a position where you're not like, my answer is so good here that they can't do anything, like if there's a chance they could defend themselves and reversal you, you should assume that the opponent is going to be like fiending for it. And and you can either big reset and be like, okay, I just big reset, I went over to this side plat again, and like now we'll just reset and I'm better than you, so I'll win. That's one option. But the other option is like, there's clearly like an obvious overextension here that, and the truth is everybody until you play someone who's maybe like top 30 in the world is probably, not even if you play someone who's top 30, someone who is both top 30 and only plays good Falco players. Those players will expect you not to down air here. The rest of the world will be like, well, I'm below Falco, so the dumb down air is coming.
Yeah.
And like, that type of thing will just kind of happen forever. So
yeah, I'm trying to like, well, I've like started practicing just falling from the top platform and lasering instead.
Okay, yeah, I was playing Kalindi earlier, and we had a little bit of a conversation about that because it's a harsh truth, but like drop through down air / laser / back air is not that good from top plat, and like low key the reason why, like, it's not the worst. It's still a mix, but like the reason people don't do it, or sorry, the reason people do it so much is that they don't want to actually play the real neutral to get down, because it actually takes a few seconds to get down if you get stuck on top plat, and people want to kind of just make it like, oh, well, I did this mix and now I'm down, you know? And so like, I would recommend, you know, mixing in the laser a little bit more, but I think just going to the side plat and then like doing an approach to the ground off the side plat, either like from the top plat, it's like if you drop through laser, there's a chance they just killed you. But if you go to the side plat, you're threatening runoff down air. They don't want to get as close. Drop through laser, way safer, you know?
Yeah.
Other thing I want to mention, this is just like a nice little convenient thing that I try to drill into every Falco player, is there's a right answer in this position, and it's full hop related. Pretty much, if you're ever in the corner as Falco, you're either going to be going to the ledge, sometimes you're going to the side plat, and a lot of times you're going to be dash full hopping. Make sure you got to make sure to dash full hop too, so you get because if you dash full hop, you can land anywhere from like drift back and land here to full drift and land here, and the whole time there's a threat of like a knockdown down air, and you have your double jump, and you could wave land, and like you're just not gimpable. Like what I'll say is that if somebody is fighting against Falco, one of their big dreams, like if you told them to like make the Falco of your dreams that you will beat, they would include the Falco often short hop lasers in the corner. You can short hop laser to the corner, like you can retreating laser to the corner where you turn around laser, but once you're actually in the corner, you need to very quickly either go to the side plat and full hop, go to the side plat and play neutral here, or dash full hop out of the corner.
Okay.
Unless you're just goated off the ledge, and you can go to that. Like if you're good off the ledge, then the ledge gets added as an option also. But essentially, this is just like an extremely vulnerable and passive position. Because like so like where was it? Was it back here? Did we already go past it? Yeah. So yeah, like even if you did this, like a lot of Sheiks here would have just dash attacked this laser immediately if they get a sense that you're like a short hop laser in the corner of Falco, and you would have just gotten hit. And then when she does this and you're already doing this next laser, it's just a little like whereas like against Sheik, she does have some coverages with full hop back air to catch the dash full hop to top plat. But, like, first of all, only, like, the very best Sheiks do that. It's kind of like you have a get-out-of-jail-free card of the dash full hop, and then, like, the best Sheiks will cut off that one option, forcing you to mix it a bit, but whatever you're doing, the short hop laser is usually not part of the mix. You pretty much need to not be in that position and doing short hop laser. This is a tempting position, but notably not that good. Is like, okay, if this grab hits, it's kind of like, ugh. It's just like a spot where like you didn't really love this. Like it wasn't what like. Is this the combo of your dreams? You know, like you're here. Does the combo of your dreams start with grab? It's like usually not, and I think grab up throw is actually not bad in this matchup. But it's more so like the type of calculation I can see you doing. Like usually if you're gonna grab Sheik, you want to like shine grab out of pressure. But it's just clearly a spot where you're like, well, I have a read on the shield. I guess I'll grab, but like it's not really what you wanted because it's not like those big combos. And I can tell that like when you get what you want, you hit pretty hard overall.
Yeah, I kind of try to spam grab for Sheik because I tend to get like shield camped. I mean, not really just with Sheik, but I mean a lot of characters. But Sheik's like specifically like run up shield and you know.
Yeah, like that's the thing. They're gonna shield a lot, but it is important to like, okay, run up shield, really good, not taking that away from them. But if they're not run up shielding, their shield is on a time limit, and like they're not actually threatening you at all with it, unless they're doing the running shield. But like, you know, for example, like,
Yeah.
there's just sort of like this, to make it simple, because I think there's a lot we could go into here. Like basically I could talk in this lesson about a bunch of little neutral concepts, and I think it would like potentially be a little overwhelming for where you're at. I think the best road forward is just going to be to focus on, this was a position I wanted to play, or like this was a position I felt myself about to play, but I've recognized that it's maybe not as good, so I'm just gonna bait Sheik there. And like, you did it with that one waveland back. That type of calculation needs to be happening in this like whole section. So it's like, okay, Sheik whiffed this grab, but we're too late to punish it. Like, what's Sheik gonna do? So like, maybe like right here, you know, you could land with like late aerial turnaround shine grab, or even like late aerial assume she's gonna wave dash out, and then like read that with something. Just some sort of like, you're just kind of trying to hit her because she's near you. And even though, yeah, like, I don't know, it just, give me one sec. I'm not super satisfied with that explanation.
I get what you're saying. Like I said, I'm pretty cavalier. I need to be more careful with my stocks, and I think that, you know, that applies to the positioning as well.
Yeah, like, it's just kind of like guy who thinks it's funny to go all in at the table. And then you're like, well, all in guy is so hype when it hits. And then like, you show up to poker night and all in guy is out in the first like 10 minutes because he went all in. And you're like, well, it's not hype when that happens.
No, it's not.
So I think like the risk calculation would help. Sheik, I think, is actually one of the few characters. Well, okay, there's. I was gonna say, to an extent, Sheik is one of the characters where I think you can try to JV5 to some extent, where like you can just avoid all interaction entirely until the spots you like pretty often. Like, there's kind of this like, if Sheik wants to like rush you, then she kind of gets beat up because Falco can like rush back but better. But if Sheik like wants to like kind of stalemate you, or like platform camp you, or like shield a lot, then like Falco kind of wins the campy version better too. And so like, if a Sheik is like kind of defending your moves and they're shielding a bunch, I think usually the best solution for that is just to be like, okay, sure, alright, I'm gonna back off and laser your shield. Oh, you went to the platform? Okay, I went to the other platform. I'm lasering you again. Like, what are you gonna do now? And I think that like a lot of times with Falco has like superior movement, both like on the platforms and like on the ground because of laser. And so like a lot of times, like, if the Sheik wants to play this like super safe defensive game, it's sort of losing for her, but only if the Falco takes the hint and like does it back better. And that's kind of this, just like the feeling in this matchup in general, is you can kind of just do whatever Sheik does to you, but like better. And if you try to do the opposite one, then she'll kind of just be like prepared. Where if Sheik is just rushing you like a moron and you're still trying to JV5 her like by running away, kind of, you can do that, but you could just do the same thing back and just hit her back. And so like the best Sheiks, like Plup or something, have this really good blend where he'll like kind of go back and forth between the big camp and the big approach, and like hope to catch you like on the off one where you're sort of like doing the wrong one. But a lot of times like less good Sheiks will like, which is the type of Sheik I would prefer you focus on beating right now. This is just kind of like a pretty layered matchup, and like I would like it. I want you to just destroy this Sheik, you know, or
Yeah,
Sheik's
no, I
like
don't.
this.
I don't have any aspirations to go fuck up.
That's what I'm more focused on right now. And so I think like you can kind of adjust it of like, is this a Sheik who is just like running in kind of stupidly? Then like I'm sure you've seen in my videos like the rule of 3 thing against Sheik.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So there's this great thing, I've been spreading it around for a bunch of years now, and it works really, really well against Sheik, called the rule of 3s. And it's sort of what you can think of it as is that, let's say you dash in an attack, that's 1, just for the sake of this, is because you did 1 dash. And then it's like if you did dash back, dash in attack, that's a 2. And then if you did dash in, dash back, dash in an attack, that's a 3. And so the idea against Sheik is like, feign an attack, back off for 1 split second, and attack immediately. And not even on like a reaction. It's not like you dash in to try to bait something, or like dash in, dash back to bait something, and if she attacks, then you do your move. It's like literally like once you have already made your decision to attack, rather than attacking, you do in, out, in, attack, like instantly. And it's Sheik is really, really dependent on like very particular timings. Very like, I'm going to short hop here and back air you out of your early aerial approach, and if you do the 3, you nair her out of her back air when it's too late. Oh, I was going to forward tilt you. Oh, I dash dance down aired that and you died. I was gonna down tilt. I was gonna grab. I was going to, you know, dash in. Then a lot of times you get like the cross up on it. So it's like and you can even apply it to kind of everything. Like if you want to attack Sheik from the platform, drop, double jump, waveland off down air, because like that has the I'm approaching you, just kidding back in, and like just that as a whole is like really, really, really strong against Sheik. And like
you're saying, like stifle their rhythm.
It's just specifically threaten the attack, wait a beat, then it actually attack.
Yeah.
That format, just because it throws it throws off her rhythm, but it's the idea is that like Sheik only really wins if she can like trap you. She has like these very precise little traps of like, please fall into my trap. And if you like almost fall into the trap, but you're like a little bit off, they almost never work, and you'll just kind of like destroy most Sheiks.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a big like general rule. And if you're really close, you can do it too. So like for instance, like when we're in this position, it's really tempting to want to like kind of like press in with like JC shines and stuff. But you gotta realize that the Sheik sees this position. Everything they always like, they're not like, oh, I'm just gonna jump and hit Falco. They're like, here comes Falco's counterattack, and I'm gonna trap him. So like, if you're at this range and you just did dash back, dash in, attack, and Sheik is jabbing, this is a classic Sheik maneuver of if she forward tilted, jab, down tilt, it's all the same. That you would just dash away and dash in and hit her for it. And if you're farther away, you dash in, dash back, dash in. And it's this pattern just repeats. If you watch top players, like, especially like in like, part of the reason why Fox is so broken against Sheik is that his full hop is like low enough that his full hop is a 3. So you can like dash in towards Sheik, full hop up, that's the retreat, and then falling aerial, that's the approach. And that makes a 3 also. And so Fox has both the horizontal 3s, which he's the best at because he's so fast, and he has the vertical 3 with the full hop. And so, like, for Sheik to trap Fox is, like, way harder than, like, she wants it to be because of that. And so with Falco, you don't have the full hop mix-up, but you have the dash dance mix-up, and you have the platform 3s, and you can do it with lasers a little bit, where like you can act like you're gonna 3 and then shoot a laser and then do another 3 and then this time commit to it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And even after the jab, you just want to make your hands do this and not like if you see a position like this, you should like close your eyes and hit left right aerial. Right. Like very, very, very often. Because like let's say you tried to left right aerial here and she jabbed you out of it. and you just were like, okay, I'm in a left-right aerial again right now, you would have dodged the forward tilt and then attacked in and hit her.
Yeah.
So like, you can consider if you're close enough in, like you're kind of right on top of her, but not like directly on her body, kind of like right here, that you can say this is a 3 where I've already done the 1 because I've already kind of gotten in close, and so it's just 2-3, and you can just kill her out of that.
Yeah.
That's one you would really be surprised on. That is like a crazy game changer.
Yeah. I mean, so let me just run this
Low
by
key, you did it on accident right here, or not an accident, but you did like a 3 where you did like, okay, I'm hitting you, so this resets. Laser resets the situation. This is what allows you to hit the 3s. Is you hit a laser, the situation is reset. You can either, this is the key, you can either continue lasering / platform movement, and she still needs to kind of deal with the possible threat that you were about to 3 her, or you just raw 3 here and you get her. And you did like a variation here. You could have used the platform, but you didn't. But you did the thing where you say, I'm approaching you, Sheik. And look, she's so ready. She's so ready for you to do a 1 to like down air approach into this shield. This is what they live for. But you do fake approach, instant move away, real approach, and she has just, even though you had no idea what Sheik was going to do, it just works on that timing. And you got the kill. Sorry, you were going to say something. I just wanted to finish that.
Let me just run this by you and see what you think.
So I'm gonna go into Uncle Punch and practice like tech. My idea for what you're saying for me to like for what would yield results is I'm gonna practice dash dancing basically, and like pump fakes with platforms.
Yeah, like in what you should do is you should set up a replay of Sheik. Like what you can do, not even a replay. What you do is you set the. I can just show you. I can just show you.
Yeah,
it's honestly easier to just show you.
I'm kind of a noob with Uncle Punch anyway, so yeah, that helps.
No worries.
Actually, I'm gonna step away for like 10 seconds. I can turn my light on.
No problem. Oops, this is my... I have 2 training modes, and one is like a modded version I was working on, and then one is the real one. And so only one of them works, and it changes which one is which in the display every time, so I just have to try both. Okay. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So what you can do is you can say counter action ground. So you just set Sheik up, save your state with like D-pad, right? And then you say, okay, you know how to like move people around with D-pad down, right?
No.
Okay, so if you use D-pad down, they teleport right to you.
Oh,
D-pad right saves your position, and then D-pad left restores it. So I like saved this one.
Okay.
And so then what you do is you go to CPU options, and you say counter action ground, and you want her to do... Does she have forward tilt? Please have forward tilt. Forward tilt. There we go. And so now what happens is when you laser her, she'll instantly forward tilt.
Okay.
And so what you can do is you can just move around and practice doing this. Although I would say probably up her percent, let's say to like 20. So just so that we have a clean one, and you just do this, and then you combo out of it. And then let's try it at this range. And at this range, we already have the 1 set up, so we just do the 2. And then we do 3 like this. And you want to make it so that you get as close to the forward tilt as possible. You can sort of use the forward tilt. Like, what I'll say is that, like, I don't actually think about Sheik's other options very hard. I just see the forward tilt in my head, and all the other options are, like, almost the same. So if you can just dodge this forward tilt and hit her, then you're cooking. Just do this. And then you have another one where you would do, like, let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is, let's see. Yeah, so here's what you would do if you counter action ground and set it to Nair. Oh, does that not work?
Maybe like put her shield on, or I don't know.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so then this would be another example of, like, just do this. And then this one is actually really awkward to hit. So what you're going to do on the Nair is mostly this. You kind of do, like, this. You can hit, like, a fair, and you can hit, like, a Nair, but the Nair will a lot of times, like, trade. It's kind of hard to, like, space it.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, you can also do this if you think they're going to Nair. That's an option. And you can kind of just get, like, a handle on what people are doing. You can also do this one. I actually like this against Nair, too, where you do laser, 3, laser, 3, laser. Oop, I'm sucking. Laser, 3, laser. And then you can try to, like, get her out of that. There, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And try to, like, laser up tilt. And then okay. And then, you know, let's have her do... Yeah, stand and jab. Same thing. Let me just do this. Boom. And then basically your big secret mix-up is you do 4 or a 5 instead of 3. And so that's just like you're just like boom, and then you hit that. The other thing I wanted to mention really quick is that you can actually 3 your lasers too. So you can say like laser, dash in, dash back laser, and that like kind of like does the same thing, but you get to like information gather for free. So if you think she might forward tilt here, but you're also worried about something like take laser dash attack, and you do this, you're just safe. And so you can do this, and you immediately laser back into the range, and you can do it again. Yeah, and just literally like be lasering and have Sheik forward tilting out of all of these. And then you can just practice punishing those. And, like, if you do that for a while, you'll just, like, obliterate these Sheiks.
I feel like that'll help against Fox, too.
To some extent, yeah. It's a little bit different. So,
I just
but
get
yeah.
tilted a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a very similar concept and situation. Typically, a rule of thumb is that you don't want to dash dance very much at all unless you're threatening an approaching aerial against Sheik. So like if you laser and then like people will do like this. Oh, let me pull it up again. Because what'll happen is that somebody will be like here. Somebody will be like, let's see, here, and they'll go like this. They'll do like laser 3, and they go like this. And it's like, well, that didn't matter because like you like weren't actually gonna reach Sheik with your instant approaching aerial. Whereas if I'm right here, dash dance is great because I'm threatening the aerial at all times. But if you're like here, or even like, you know, like if you're like here, you don't want to be dash dancing here. This is laser. Your laser is your dash dance at these ranges, and then you get closer, and then you do. So let me put Sheik back on her forward tilt stuff. Yeah. And so yeah, a lot of people they'll do kind of like this. Like that.
Yeah.
And like that's really, really bad because you didn't set up the position to do the 3, and so when you're doing this, you're just wasting time. Because like what's the point of the down air, or what's the point of the dash dance? It's to confuse them about what you're about to do. But like what am I gonna do? Like I can't even hit you.
Yeah.
So like I'm not actually doing anything except wasting time that I could be spending lasering and getting to the correct range. And so what Sheik has to deal with, like at a high level, or when Falco gets good at this matchup, is she has to deal with the fact that like this will happen a lot, where like you're doing this laser thing and like she's kind of trying to hit you out of it, and she keeps being like, is this the 3? Like you'll laser, and she'll like delay the forward tilt to like catch you, and like she'll have all kinds of tricks to catch you, like on which one is gonna be the real one. But the key is that you kind of never need to you never need to go in, and you can do like these little dash dances like this, but never just do like this, you know, like where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna laser and then I'll do this and then I'll do this. Like it's just like a huge waste of time. You can just move around with the laser, find your 2 or 3, and then you just kill her.
Yeah.
And like, as the Sheik, as someone who's played Sheik a lot in this matchup, nothing infuriates me more. But not in like a righteous way, in like a gamer baby rage way. nothing enrages me more than like a Falco that like I can't hit, cause like Sheik doesn't want to approach. Like Sheik isn't very good at approaching. She's not all that good at like running across the stage and aerialing. Her dash attack's not that good as like an approach, especially when Falco has like defensive down airs and stuff like that, or defensive back airs. And so if you're moving around like this, Sheik just really wants you to be like, yeah, so she can shield grab you. Or she wants you to hit her shield so she can nair out a shield. Or she wants you to hit her shield and then try to do this big wave. Sheiks love this, where you go, and like they just shield, wave dash out, and then they kill you. Like they'll just be like, this, dash attack, or this, grab, this, grab. They just do this against Falco like all day. Where they just shield, wave dash out, grab, wave dash out, dash attack, wave dash out, like, wave dash out, short hop back here, wave dash out, attack. And so they're just kind of doing that all day because they just need you to overcommit. If you don't overcommit and you do this, Sheik actually just can't hit you, like, ever. Like, you're actually just safe forever, which is why I was thinking kind of JV5 her. And then, like, when you choose to, you just go in with the mix-up that will defeat her if she tries to, like, if she tries to read you. And usually, I used to say to, like, mix up 1s and 3s and 5s, but actually the Sheiks got so good at punishing 1, like the instant dash approach, like the good Sheiks, that I just only do 3s or 5s now. And like the 2 and the 4 are basically the same thing. It's just like if you get stuck like here.
Yeah.
Also wanted to mention, this is just like a fun little fact, that if we check for Nair, this is one that nobody is ever ready for. How close do you think I can get to Sheik with a short hop laser such that her Nair won't hit me out of shield? Like if I do this and she nairs me, and she's
the farthest away, you mean? Like,
yeah, well, okay, I get that it's hard to describe. Actually, that was maybe not the best question, but I would like to show you this. Even no matter how deep I short hop laser Sheik like this, I can always dash. Look at this. I can always dash away. Always. Like, you can just always dash away before the Nair gets you, and then you can come back in. So I'll do this a lot, and then I'll be like, boom. Actually, yeah, I mean, I don't really like the Nair. You can do it like that, but I kind of like doing like this, where you go. Oop. Been playing a lot of Fox lately. That one. And you
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I think like, yeah, you can even just put a Sheik like this, like low key, and like hit her, and then just like kind of keep hitting her, and then see what she does, or not see what she does, but like see what you can come up with to beat the fact that she is clearly nairing every time out of shield. Because like, I don't know, you go like this, she does the nair. Oh, now I got naired, and so you're like, okay, let me try like this, nair, this, nair, and then, you know, if she lands, I'll do like, oh, you can, because you can also beat it with this, the late double shine beats like the nair out of shield and the grab. So maybe you go like this, and then she gets out, and then you shield this one. Like aerial shield, and then this one we hit like laser shine, and then this one we do aerial shine, and then this one we do running double shine, and you're just getting used to beating that timing, and then mixing in like like if you can like get good at beating her instant out of shield options with like the 3 type feeling, and then or like, you know, because these are all 3s, right? Like this, they're all like fake approach into thing, or this into dash, or even just, you know, late down air pressure. I think if you can like punish the Sheik's instant out of shield options, and you can punish her instant like forward tilt out of laser option, and you're not just like big giving it to her with like early down airs at like low %, she struggles a lot, to say the least. Let me see. We have a few minutes left. I'm just gonna pick up the second replay and just take a look and see if we can come up with anything else on it. If you have any thoughts or questions on what I was talking about, let me know.
No, that's good. That's stuff I can grind in Uncle Punch.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Just trying to be like, okay, these are like the basics, because those situations just come up so often. Okay, so here's, you know, the second video. What I want to look for is like possible 3 opportunities. So, okay, Sheik was ready for the instant approach.
I think I got fucked up by this guy.
This was somewhat of like the 3 effect, even though it was Sheik just kind of gave you like a really big easy bait. But like, imagine basically if you would just do the dash forward first here. You would just like dash in, dash back here instead, but the same effect would happen, and then you would get this punish. Notice that because you didn't hit your lasers, even though you got this perfect opening into a down air, it's at 0, so she's just gonna shield. Boom. Right here, you could just be full hopping to top plat, like dash full hop to top plat, and you don't have to play that whole laser thing out of the corner. You can. I don't think you played it really badly with the lasers, but like, don't forget about that vertical option. It's really, really strong. All right, going for those down airs. Big part of the reason why this worked is that you just kind of jumping from too far away.
Well, I missed my waveland back. Like, where I got it, kind of, but it just wasn't. I think I jumped too far in. That's another. Yeah, it's from how far away you were. I understand. I don't think that's a huge error. See, this would be a good opportunity in my mind to practice it. You hit this laser and just dash back, and see if she gives you like the nair.
Yeah.
Or even like right here. Like, if you get out of a situation, like right here, this should be triggering like the 2. It's either 2 or 4, because you're already close enough that you can like count that as 1. So it's like, all right, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of just like repeat it anytime anything happens. Like, if you're not sure what to do, like you're right here, oh, just do a 3. You don't want to like use a bunch of shine mash and stuff like that, because like Sheik's whole thing, like I said, is she does a little movement and then tries to hit you, and so all of these just dash back, dash in, aerial, like this whole thing, just dash back. The shine mash is not what you're looking for there. You're looking for dash back, dash in, aerial. That was a good bait, honestly. It's in the same spirit of like, I'm going to bait out Sheik's bad in place option. Yeah, okay. This is perfect. This is the spot where you dash dance. Right here, you land this laser.
Yeah.
Boom, it's time to do one threat and then get her. You know, and like, notice she doesn't want to sit and shield like just sitting there. She wants to shield. Like, watch this last few seconds of her movement. Shield, move out of shield. get up, attack badly, shield, move out of shield, shield, move out of shield, shield. It's like, well, she's probably gonna move out of shield again at like the same timing, and so it's like you can just 1, 2, 3 and attack on the 3, and you would have just downed her out of that or nared her out of that. The Sheiks who succeed at not just getting 3'd in the face constantly will be the Sheiks that are like, they see the 3 and they preemptively retreat, hoping that like you will make that, like you will kind of like try to like recognize the possible 3 position and just kind of try to force it even if she moves away early. But against those Sheiks, you can kind of remember anything Sheik can do, you can do better. So if Sheik is trying to see potential 3s as retreat opportunities, then you can just see potential 3s as extra laser opportunities, and you'll just win in the end. It's kind of a funny matchup where Falco just, yeah, right there. You don't just don't bother like wanting. It's just even like right there. This is part of like, this is actually a really good situation to notice. Is that right here you feel at somewhat of a disadvantage because you feel like, man, I kind of got down like frame negative out of this, and like, oh, I'm right here, and you feel like, uh-oh, Sheik is just about to like forward tilt again the opposite direction or like otherwise smack me with something, but a quick dash back dash in aerial would be really, really good there. And it's sort of like, if she's just reading you dash back dash in aerial, the only way she can read you is to dash attack here, and then let's say some of the time in this position you just fade back walling down air here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots when you get in like a tight scramble, because remember how you were saying you're like losing scrambles against Sheik a lot?
Yeah.
It's because you're scrambling with shine and aerial in place and crouch and shield rather than the dash back dash in. That's like that's just like literally it, because like here's like another position where if you just ripped the 3, you would just win it. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, it was right here. Where like if instead of going for like the shine here, like if you had just done like boom boom, you're gonna catch your wave dashing out here, but you're kind of doing like shine aerial, and it's like that's not gonna get her like the dash dance will, because the dash dance aerial covers a lot more than like aerial in place and shine and stuff like that. And it's one of those things where, like, I'm kind of just telling you to do it, and I described a few parts of it, but when you actually do it a lot of times, you'll kind of be shocked at how many times it just works. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I kind of, like, came up with it from watching a bunch of VODs and playing a bunch, and I was like, this seems good, I should do it. So I started just doing it with, like, my eyes closed, and it worked out so much better than I ever thought. It was kind of scary. Like, it just kind of, like, solves a lot of positions that we don't even necessarily understand. Okay, and I think sometimes I'm not gonna get after you for this read. This is where I'm telling you to do the 3s. But I think going for, like, if you went for a late down in here, at least you did the double shine pressure. It's not that bad. Like, it's not that you never ever want to do these like random approaches. It's just more so like your big mix rather than whereas right now it's a little bit more of like the standard. But the dash dance should be the mix. And let me think. Okay, we're basically at an hour. I wanna try to summarize it a little bit more and just give you a couple more closing thoughts. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So I think the stuff that I was going over, it was mostly about neutral and how to get the opening and how to like not take not just take whatever situation comes up, but to use like the laser until you get a range where you can set up a good 3 pressure. The only other thing I wanted to mention was to try to combo Sheik up and away as much as possible off the stage. It'll give you like your strongest edge guard because she has to drift back for a long time, and you get to like threaten back airs and stuff like that. We didn't really get to see too many edge guard positions during this, so I just kind of wanted to mention it because I think it's. I saw a few of your combos, and it feels like kind of like you have a good idea of like what move to do next, but you're somewhat lacking like an overall goal in like where you're comboing her to. And so I think just as like a little tip to keep in mind, we could maybe go over more at some other point. But you generally want to just combo her and like end with her being far away up and to the side with an edge guard, like survival DIing a back air or something like that, and then edge guarding from there. And a lot of this matchup is just you get your first few lasers, you get your little percent build at the beginning, you hit another combo. This combo gets them some more damage. Maybe, like, typically 2 to 3 openings is what you want per stock in this matchup. You're not really going to get one unless you kind of, like, go crazy somehow. Usually it's 2 or 3, and on either the second or third combo, you want to send them off stage and then hopefully kill off some sort of, like, either big read edge guard or, like, a looped standard edge guard where you just hit them off again and continue repeating it. And so, like, that's kind of, like, the general flow of each stock. And then you just want to use the lasers, the platform fakes, and the dash dance fakes to get those 3 openings that you would need each stock. And that's kind of like the machine that you can just kind of keep running. Okay, do you have any closing thoughts or questions? And if something comes up and you're confused about it after the lesson, you can feel free to DM me about it.
Okay, I wrote it down, actually. It's kind of off the topic. Well, not super off topic.
Yeah, no, go for it.
We talked about, but one of the big concerns I have right now is my punish game, and I feel like it's lacking in general compared to the rest of my game. It's not consistent. So, I mean, do you have a good general recommendation of how to practice? Like, I mean, I'm not talking specific situations, but just like practice comboing characters in Uncle Punch where it's a fruitful endeavor.
I think, like, trying to make sure the combo starts at relatively the same percent each time. I don't think practicing combos in Uncle Punch is, like, okay. I think, like, the best way to practice your punish game, and this is kind of a thing that I think a lot of people would benefit from kind of getting in their head, that the best way to practice your punish game is clearly from a lot of reps, which everybody knows, but the key is to get the right reps. And so you only get the correct, like, you could play like 5 hours against Sheik, but like all of your combos are like some weird back air, some weird down air, some weird position at some weird percent that you're not familiar with. The more you have like a good game plan in neutral and for your percents, the more often you can spend time, like when you get your hit, you are going to be practicing the combo that you kind of were thinking about at a similar percent in a similar position. And so you'll be able to build up like effective reps way quicker if you're focused on like how your combos are starting.
So your advice is like watch more VODs? Or like make that
okay, so watching
no.
watching VODs is always really good. I'm saying like purely from like in the sense of playing the game. I'm saying that like you want to make, like, if you want your combos to be really good, you should focus on how you are getting those combos and how you're setting them up. Because like, let's say you're doing like 20 different combos from all these different positions, it's really hard to actually get better. But if you're focusing on only getting certain neutral openings, and certain spacings and stuff when you hit them. Like, let's say Sheik is at 15%, like 12 to 15 range. Like, you hit a few lasers, or maybe you hit one stray back air. And let's say you hit a stray back air against Sheik out of the air, and she's at 0, so now she's at like 15 or whatever damage it does, 12. And then, like, you do laser, and you do that up tilt I was showing, where you do like laser, dash in, dash back, wave dash in, up tilt on her like nair out of shield, and you land that up air. If you're focused on your plan and you're getting that neutral opening over and over, you will get like practical experience against a real human in the combo that you want to practice more times than someone who is not doing that.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to like think of how to grind this, and so my thought off of that is to, like, I mean, this might sound silly, but like basically write down, I mean, the main thing on my mind, which is the rule of 3 you explained. I'll write that on a piece of paper and put that in front of me while I play Slippy, and just kind of keep.
It's like the rule of threes and like the percent, and then you watch your VODs. Like, let's say you follow the laser rule and you get them to 10 damage every time, or like 8 damage, and you down air shine them, and you hit that exact starter like 50 times in a day. Then you go back and you watch your VODs, and you just make a note of like, oh, I could have done this here, I could have done this here, I could have done this here, just from like, watching the VOD and being like, oh, I think this move would have been better in this spot. And then, like, because you're getting that consistent opener, you have now like a way easier way to like go back and try it. You just get back into some more games after watching the VODs, and the same situations will come up because you're getting your opener in the same way.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope this was useful.
Yeah,
like I said,
it's good.
If you feel confused on anything, or you have a question, or a lot of people will message me like 3 days later with like a summary of like, here's what I think you were trying to get to me in the lesson. Sometimes I have to clarify it a little bit, but that's only if you feel like a little bit unsure. But like, do not hesitate to DM me if you have like a question or a clip or something about the lesson.
No, I'm kind of, for whatever reason, I feel like I've been on the grind lately, so I'll probably hit you up for another lesson at some point.
Okay. Great. Sounds good, man. I hope you have a good day, and good luck with your practice, and let me know how it goes.
All right. Thank you, Fiction.
Great. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.